Alright, here we go. I'm back. Yeah, it's more of a. This video's you're gonna see before you is more of a. It's been a while since I last logged in kind of video. I haven't really made content forever ever since the whole copyright strike and such. So right now I'm just testing the waters again and also bringing back my voice because the game I'm playing is gonna be actually the start of something new I'm planning to do. But now I'm just testing the waters, though you don't see it on my end. So something that I had for a while with one of my device, my capture card in particular, is the AV to HDMI converter. Specifically, has a 180p, 1080p setting for video quality. The thing is, though, is that I don't know what causes it, but there's a lot of screen tearing on my end. You guys can't really see it from the visual, but on my visual of my capture card, everything's kind of grainy. The game crashes every now and again. It's just, the factor for the time being. But dude, the quality looks pretty great. We're just gonna go ahead and do a small little save file for now. I will be doing a new Let's Play series when... I don't know when. I think once I get everything ready first. I guess it's mostly motivation on me specifically trying to, not only record, but, specifically... like, get more editing into the contents of specifics. It's just going to be the title drop is all. The new Let's Play is going to be referred to as inconsistent Let's Plays. Basically, I will be recording at least, like, depending on chapters or levels, the first chapter of, like, any game in terms of its story mode will only have about specifically, fuck. Well, specifically, every single, like, 5 levels or chapter 1 will be recorded with my capture card, while the next chapter or next 5 levels will be specifically focused used through my camera. The camera I've been using for a lot of recordings for low standards. It's just kind of a progress thing. Decided to go back into recording stuff because, well, I kind of miss it. It's fun doing this kind of stuff.
Serena, freeze!
I know it's not doing any big. I mean, I am getting closer to 1,000. I'm like halfway there, essentially. Oh, man. You may not see it, but my screen is like, there's a blue weird filter. It just looks really weird. I don't know if I will continue low standards and such. I know they're my bread and butter of series in particular, but at the same time, like, you know, it's like, it's been a long while since I played those, I continued those channels in particular. I kind of want to make things a lot more simpler in a sense. I mean, it would be more simpler just to get back on low standards and highly recommended when it comes to, like, creating content. Then again, like, for a while, my channel last year was mostly focused on uploading magic scene videos. Which, you know, like, a variety in a sense works a lot well in particular. It's just that, like, I obviously wasn't really banking on trying to make this channel bigger than I hope to admit. Despite how big it is currently right now, it is big in terms of, like, when you start from scratch kind of deal. So I am constantly, consistently uploading videos in particular that usually just contribute to the whole thing in particular as well. Just an update thing is, a lot of stuff has happened to me within the recent years in terms of just, like, good things and bad. Did my thing just crashed? I think my thing just crashed. You know what? Maybe I should just switch it back to 780p. It looks a little less shit, but, you know, like, quality-wise, like, maybe it will stop the screen tearing. There we go. It looks a little bit bad on my end, too, but, like, I'm playing through a freaking PS2. What else am I supposed to really do with quality sometimes? I don't have, like, one of those... I only feel like investing in those adapters because I already invested in these adapters. Just to be, like, a jack-of-all-trades kind of thing. So I'm probably just going to do, like, the first 2 levels of this game in particular, just to get my footing down and then upload this video. But, you know, at the same time, like, I will be trying to record any off days I usually get the chance to. There are also maybe days I won't really record and post daily in particular just because, like, freaking life and all that. Alongside that, I have been going back to Universal again. Took a full year off last year, and now I'm back into it. Because why not? I'm just doing this for my own sake of fun, as opposed to like being what daily YouTubers or gamers usually are in particular. It's just that content isn't gonna at least be manageable in a sense. I may consider trying to go back to magic singing again, but at the same time, like I said, the reason why I stopped doing that is because of the whole copyright strike with the Hotel California video. I only upload it mainly as a means of access for people to just physically use. Since, of course, I usually like using my channel now, I guess as an archive of what I've done in the past in terms of making content. Sure, it's like, it's not super, like, not super out there. I was gonna say super intuitive in terms of, like, the content I've made, but, you know, I've made stuff good here. It's like a time capsule, essentially, looking back into it. Especially since the time capsule I keep looking on is something that, you know, not a lot of people really use, mostly in the sense it's just like, why would you do that? That context specifically being, looking at the AI summary thing. Even though it's like, it does get, like, pronunciations wrong in particular, that could just contribute to the fact that I have an overbite and all that, but, you know, I'm still doing content, I'm still doing things, I just haven't really been getting into it the whole thing, nor haven't really been making videos on the channel since the whole copyright strike in particular. You know, I'd be safe than sorry. This whole thing just blows up and disappears entirely. That's my entire, that's like the entire chapter of myself on YouTube for life, essentially. Because why go back to the community that has shunned you entirely because you make one little oopsie? But again, the oopsie, in this case, is that the oopsie I don't own. Okay, get some health. That's going to be playing through like the first 2 levels of this, as I stated earlier ago. And I do have that habit of repeating myself, but at the same time, like, yeah, you guys know me. You guys watch this channel long enough. I've reached a good amount of subscribers over the years. Well, actually, like, in a lot within the start of this whole thing since 2023. I'm just surprised how far I've gotten so far when it comes to this channel, and everyone has joined me so far. I also keep forgetting that I had a name for you guys, just because, you know, that was like the potentiality of fans in particular, just because it was just spitballing ideas. I don't think Brilliance is really an interesting, it's an interesting concept for fan names in particular in terms of naming your fans, but I don't think I've really reached the quota of like a popular gamer or whatever to really consensus on having a fan base have their own fan base name. I'm not a freaking VTuber or like I don't have like the power like a lot of YouTubers usually have, like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie. In fact, I can't even use those as denominators anymore because their content is still being made. It's just that like most content now is like filled through from newer generations, which I'm just not really into that. Come back here, Andre.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yes, you did. You have violated the law as per our entire law basis on just preconceptions. I'm gonna kick your balls. Just love it whenever, like, John Anderton just goes towards the duo and he just goes, Oh, wait. I want to get the stupid health so I can get the secret. Okay, so that's not it. One of these... Okay, he just does a little kick. I think if I remember correctly, Andre Duratus fighting style in this game is pretty much accounted to like the combat-themed, pre-crime officer thugs you fight in the game once you get to that point. Listen, sir, I'm just trying to get the secrets here. No! Kick your face. Sorry, I'm really loud.
Arrest for the future murder of
Joe Gustafson. Give the man his hat. I also forgot to turn out the autosave for this thing. I mean, just delete the save entirely once I get started with that Let's Play thing. I don't know. I guess if I do actually get any feedback from the video upload, I guess the real question is it better to just continue on Let's Plays just because it, you know, it gives like a more center focus of video content, or just get back to my usual bread and butter and bring back a little bit of that extra seasoning with the Magic Sing videos again. I know that's probably like the most popular thing that's about my channel, is that I have basically made a major hit with karaoke fans and a lot of the Filipino karaoke community because of these videos. But at the same time, like, it's hard to really fulfill the requests when sometimes the requests are so vague, it's hard to really denominate. Plus, I don't know my entire way around the whole machine itself. I was only doing it as an obligation because I'm assuming whoever developed these things couldn't do the obligation. But I'm guessing after the whole copyright strike, I understand why the obligation was never really offered. It's mainly because they don't like it when you post their stuff and they don't get any revenue for it. They just assume that you're stealing and then therefore just knock down the door. I just make videos. I don't try to steal shit. I'm doing this as a convenience for everyone, more so than a means of funding an empire I don't own. That being said of me, despite the fact that this kind of thing just exists these days. That doesn't sound good. What's up, a guy who just fucking plays video games for a living? Not living. When I say that, that's not the whole point of this progress video. It's like, oh, it's now my bread and butter. I'm just doing this as a means of fun. It's all for fun. I don't know why I keep saying games for a living. In fact, I've been investing little in games as much, mostly because, like, I phased out, in a sense. It's actually becoming a fad to me, despite being one of my major hobbies. I'm just doing whenever I get bored. It's the funny thing about it. I'm just doing this as a sense of my own consideration, as opposed to having to set to a schedule and such. And you have work, you know, like, when the work that, you know, since you're part-time, you can't really, like, identify, like, when it's going to happen or not. Or at least, you can't, like, schedule things, another thing of it. I wasted so many concussion bullets for that one particular robot.
We need to stop this gas leak.
Why did it put me in front of this whole thing? Thank you, Barry. Oh, no, you don't. I got compact shotgun and you don't. I'm guessing for a future update on my specific standings right now, I'm almost like 3 years working into my my occupation in particular. I don't know, my family just assumes, oh wait, that should give you a seniority, and I was like, no, it doesn't. I'm going to have to be working there harder, and I'm going to be working there longer to get an ideal amount of seniority. Since, you know, most of the time, most of our work just phases out workers every now and then, because they either want to get a certain competition to play and then stop them there, or they get fired due to unfortunate complications or complications that make perfect sense. Fire. So one thing you have to avoid. Alright, now back to actual commentary with this video, since, you know, this is still, ouch. This is still, you know, gameplay video. So you're getting gameplay, me talking over the gameplay, because that's what commentary does. You talk. Then again, like, a lot of commentary is usually also just, like, saying simple daily life stuff. This is an update video, too, so... Well, actually, it is the update video first. I'm just using the game as a means of, like, giving some expose. Not expose, but at least something to look at visually. Also, die. Alright, also get back to making stop motions. However, though, because of, like, the complacency when it comes to my age and the objects I have in my disposal, just because, you know, that's all kid stuff. I'm guessing I might be switching up my abilities of stop motion, because I invested in a bunch of those T13 action figures you see on Amazon. I've been using them a lot specifically to play with, but I can use them for stop motion because they're more articulate joints and movements, though some of them are very stiff. I still haven't reached the point where I've moved them all to be very just fall the fuck down. Also, yes, I'm playing, also, I'm playing with no cheats, which is the one thing I never really do in this game. I always play with cheats just because, you know, that's how I grew up with this game in particular. But, back to what I was saying. I'm mostly just, I mostly will try using stop motion with the figures in particular, just because they're more articulate. I just, you know, move them a lot because they were just 3D printed once they're delivered to your doorstep. So this is mostly just an update video and such. You will see this in a more moderate Let's Play if given, like, comments and such. Oh yeah, I forgot what. Barry, you're almost there. Don't die. We literally just almost reached the point. You okay, Barry? Okay, good. You're up.
Freeze! There's no way out of here.
There's always a way out, Sean. Here, catch.
You'll probably tell if disappear for a second. Mary, you just appeared out of nowhere. Also, I'm playing the PS2 version of the game my cousin owned, as opposed to the GameCube copy I usually would play.
Good.
In terms of like, when I recorded before.
Interesting.
Alright, let's just go to quit in particular. I think that's it for the update video in particular. Let me know if, like, anything springs up to mind of what I should actually do for the content. I don't know if I was doing, like, animations and stuff. Because I kind of want to stay as far away from drawing as possible. That hobby is, like, dead to me, essentially. Oh. Alright, well, how to end this episode? Why was I saying episode? How to end this video?